It's 2022. It's been some time since the pandemic began, and we're now kind of allowed to go out. Cosplay conventions are probably going to be back. And I've been part of the cosplay community for quite some time now. Some of the viewers may know me. Please don't put in the comments how you know me from the cosplay community. But way back when we were able to go out and we were able to go to cosplay conventions regularly, there have always been problems. Now, I know people are going to be out there telling me things like, Ken, there's always going to be problems in any community. But the thing is, some of these problems have been around for so long that I don't know why anyone has not done anything. Maybe they've tried. Maybe it's just that these problems are so difficult to solve that they don't even go ahead and try to do it. But the thing is, you can't just leave some problems out there alone and just expect them to resolve themselves. If there's no punishment, if there's no consequences for some things, some bad things that people do, then that behavior, those bad things are still going to continue. So since we might see a bit of progress, a bit of improvement in the situation where we would be able to actually go out and have cosplay conventions in the future, I thought I'd put down some of the things that I think can be done or should be done so that we can have better cosplay conventions in the future. Let's do it. Welcome to my vlog. What is this? I don't even know what this is supposed to be. It's just me trying to put out some of the things that I want to say or some suggestions that I have to improve cosplay conventions in the future or the cosplay community in general. There are around 3 things that I want to talk about, and we'll see where it goes from there. Number 1, having a publicly available cosplay community blacklist. I'm sure some of you out there will be telling me things like your ears perked up the moment you heard this blacklist thing, and you're like, Ken, we can't do that because you're innocent until proven guilty. Yes, but it is still a fact that there are so many issues out there in the cosplay community, even if not within just the local community, but everywhere. Like, internationally speaking, if ever you're an international cosplay event organizer, and this definitely is one of my better suggestions, having a publicly available cosplay community blacklist for people who have been proven to have committed crimes or bad things like harassment, theft, scamming, swindlers, what have you, is going to be very beneficial for cosplay event organizers. If you have just a list of names and maybe faces who have been proven in some way or another to have committed these crimes, then you would be able to kind of screen those bad elements from your events. You would be able to have a better event overall because you would have less bad elements to deal with, and prevention is still better than cure. They don't have to be like legally convicted for some things. It'd be better if they were legally convicted, but I'm pretty sure that most people don't have the funds to actually go through litigation. And so as long as we have enough proof, whether it's in screenshots or video evidence, what have you, of the person having committed certain crimes, as long as you have pretty good proof, then I think that you can be put in the cosplay blacklist. This is, of course, something that would be a double-edged sword, because if you were the victim of some kind of coordinated attack against you, even though you didn't commit the crime, or it's kind of like a huge misunderstanding, then that'd be bad, of course. But at the same time, I think it would be fair to have people have the person in question explain their side and provide any evidences to refute the accusations if they can, and maybe if they make a public apology and actually do something about it, then fine. But of course, some crimes will probably just have you excommunicated excommunicated from the community. One is definitely fingers, sorry. One is definitely the cosplay blacklist. Number two, my number two suggestion for events organizers or how to improve the cosplay community in general. This is for cosplay conventions themselves. How many times have you gone through a cosplay convention, gotten your things stolen, or gotten harassed, and the event staff, guards, bouncers, or are there bouncers? The event does not have some form of place or booth that you can go for immediate assistance. You got your things stolen, you got harassed, you want to report something, you want to get things fixed, you want to have someone caught, you want to have someone arrested. Most events don't have that. And that kind of makes you feel like you're on your own. If something happens to you, you have to go to the mall staff, you have to go to the mall security, when that would take like way more time. The perpetrator could just get away immediately. So what I propose is having a booth in the cosplay conventions themselves, in the hall or whatever, having a booth there with like 2 to 3 staff constantly on guard, so that there can be immediate assistance for people in need of assistance, whether it's to locate stolen goods or something. Stolen goods, reporting crime that you were harassed, what have you. I just want a better system where you won't feel alone, you won't feel helpless, you will feel that the event staff, the event themselves have got your back. Of course, this would mean that the event staff have to be kind of properly equipped. If you've been to some malls in the Philippines, some of the malls have guards that have some form of communications, walkie-talkies, what have you. Having that kind of jail booth, go to horny jail, bonk. Just having that booth is going to feel so much better than just being left to your own devices and trying to get help if something happens to you. I think that would be so much better. So that's number two. Number three. I didn't think I'd get this far, I'm sorry. Number three is having some kind of network where the people who have experienced some kind of crime or been the victim of some kind of crime, whether it's harassment or theft or whatever, I think that we should have some kind of network that we can report these crimes to. So if we have any lawyers, attorneys in the cosplay community, then maybe we can have like 5 or 10 of them be available for legal counsel. Of course, this means that maybe we would have to pay them for our services, but just knowing that we have some central figures, about like 5 or 10 people that we can go to if something happens, we can have legal advisors tell us like what we can do, what charges we can press. If we have the cosplay blacklist, if we have the jail booth, then it also makes sense that we should have something like some kind of cosplay law office where we would be able to report a crime and press charges if we so need to. I love the cosplay community. And I've been here a while. The one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of crimes go unreported. A lot of issues are just buried, swept under the rug, and we just end up telling ourselves that karma will do its thing. But the thing is, you can't leave it to karma all the time. You have to be the agent of karma sometimes. You have to be the catalyst. You have to be an active figure. The fact that most people just sweep it under the rug and not pursue it is, in my opinion, one of the biggest reasons why some of the figures, notorious bad figures that are serial harassers, serial thieves, is that even the right term for it? I'm sorry. It's the main reason why they continue to do what they do, because all they get is a slap on the wrist. They avoid being seen in public for about a month, and then they're right back to it. How is that good for the local cosplay community, where adults and sometimes minors are involved? That's just a recipe for disaster. It's a disaster piece in the making. So, having the cosplay blacklist, having the jail booth, bonk, and having that cosplay law office. I believe that these three things are the best things that future cosplay event organizers or current cosplay event organizers can and should implement for better cosplay conventions in the future. We want our cosplay conventions to be safe and free of criminal elements as much as possible. We want to enjoy our time in events. We want to enjoy being weeaboos without fear of harassment and theft. What do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree with some of these ideas? Do you maybe want to add more? Put it down in the comments below and let me know what you think. If you think that these ideas are like really, really good, then make sure to hit like and subscribe. Share this video so that maybe some of the local cosplay event organizers will be able to implement these, and we would have a better, safer cosplay experience in the near future. This has been Spicy Ken, and keep it spicy.